And then finally, I have the opportunity or the honor, really, to ask Diane Gilbert, the chairman of the National Heritage Center for Constitutional Studies, to the microphone to give the chairman's welcome. I'm sure Diane will share a little bit about herself before she gives her remarks, and then we will be on into the program. Sorry if you feel like I'm moving things along, but we started 15 minutes late, and it's my job to corral the cats and make sure they get out of the house on time.
I always get this right here, and this is big enough without this. Okay, so hey, thanks a lot for coming out tonight. We really issue you a warm welcome to Constitution Day 2015. States' rights, federalism, democracy's redemption is our theme. And our theme for this year is grounded in the now self-evident truth that the horizontally and vertically separated government the Constitution establishes has been hijacked and virtually replaced by the consolidated government that the Founding Fathers, Patrick Henry and others, the so-named anti-federalists, warned us about. What the framers built and what the people of the 13 original states later approved was a government that Madison described as being partly national and partly federal. The latter compromising an arrangement whereby two levels of government, each sovereign within its own respective sphere of jurisdiction, combine in a predetermined manner to share power over the same geographic area. But despite Madison's eloquent response to the charges of consolidation, which he laid out in Federalist 39, the anti-federalists were not convinced that the national government would not one day exceed that constitutional charter given it, especially if the people were to become inattentive to what was going on in their government. And were that to happen, the anti-federalists could see the day when state authority would be steadily and incrementally usurped, their powers and rights taken from them, and drawn to Washington, D.C. Anti-federalists like Melancton Smith understood that a general government was necessary, a necessary evil, but it was not to go so far as to destroy the authority of the states. Speaking as a delegate at the New York Ratifying Convention, he argued that, and this is a quote, the state constitutions should be the guardian of our domestic rights and interest and should be both the support and check of the federal government. Now, the preservation of state rights, federalism, is tied to and protected by the 9th and 10th Amendments of the Bill of Rights. Moreover, the vertical separation of power is a cornerstone to the preservation of our constitutional republic. As Jefferson said, also a quote, "The way to have good and safe government is not to trust it all to one, but to divide it among the many, distributing to everyone exactly the functions he is competent to." Now, Jefferson was for letting the national government be entrusted with the defense of the nation and foreign and federal relations. But the state governments were to concern themselves with the civil rights of its citizens, the laws, police, and the administration of what concerns a state generally. Both Jefferson and the anti-federalists understood, and this is a quote, that the generalizing and concentration of all cares and powers into one body is what destroyed liberty and the rights of man in every government which has ever existed under the sun. Again, those are his words, not mine. So we have a great lineup of speakers for you tonight who will be providing you with much more insight in keeping with our theme tonight. So at this juncture, I wish to thank you all once again for coming out and joining us. We invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and please, once you leave here, do continue to share what you learn here tonight with everyone you meet. Thanks again for coming. Enjoy your dinner.
And in repositioning the mic, I hope I didn't reposition the stand.
Croc TV.